everybody, welcome back to another episode of Video Gums. So, I got my cucumber mint sparkling water here. And, not gonna lie, I am fucking exhausted. It's been a very busy day for me. But, you know, I want to keep up my promise of drawing for both you guys and myself. So I fought through all my chores for the day and such, all my errands, you know, work around the house, and I am here to draw you a trapinch. So I figured, you know, I'd go with Trapinch today because, you know, it's cute. I've always liked the Pokemon. It is going to be in the next community day for Pokemon Go, this Saturday, I believe. So, you know, just sort of been on the mind. It's also one of the Pokemon I used in my Pokemon Y run through that I mentioned not too long ago. The dragon type run. I mean, obviously, you know, evolved it into a Flygon, but the Trapinch line has not gotten enough love, in my opinion. You know, Salaman's got a Mega and everything, you know, and it's all super big and important, but everyone forgets about poor Trapinch. Oh, Leaf is here. Hi, buddy. You're just gonna walk all over my desk, huh? Okay, come here. Come here, buddy. Come. Yeah. There we go. Just step on my keyboard. Okay. Let's try to get back to this. So, yeah, you know, and it's, figured it's not too difficult of a design. You know, it's got some pretty simple geometric shapes to it. Follows like this circular curvature-do. Maybe to like here. Kind of a little bit of a frumpy potato boy, but you know, come to think about it, no. That ain't it, Chief. I think this needs to be a little further and tucked a little further in there. Something about, like, you know, it's got the shape of the head. Should be something like here, maybe? Like here. I'm still not great at making curved lines, but you know, I'll try my best. Because that's all we ever can do, you know? Just try our best. If we keep trying our best just gets better. Yeah, you know, that. Oh, no, I see you. Get down from there. Come here. Get down. Leaf, one of my other cats, has developed the habit of climbing up into my window and then jumping down behind my monitor, which is just so great. I love almost having my monitor knocked over and shattered. just super. Something like that. And then the thing goes around there. And then it's like, yeah, you know? Goes like up and over and up and over again. Goes a little further down in this up and over. Something like that, maybe? Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. At least shiny Flygon looks way cooler than shiny Salamence, in my opinion. Just nicer colors, you know? Got them stumpy legs. A little less pointy. Round those out a bit. And there's like a little leg back here. Just sort of goes like doop-a-doo. Yeah, and then he has one leg that comes up about here. That definitely needs to be thicker. There we go. So I'm definitely counting down the days to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I know a lot of people aren't too excited about it. You know, they've got their complaints mostly about, you know, the national decks and yada yada. It's like, well, okay, you know. Personally, I don't think Pokemon would just flat out deny transferring Pokemon over, especially because in previous games they've like rewarded you for like transferring Pokemon like up a long ways. You know, some people are like, oh, you know, well, this is the first Switch game, yada yada. It's like the first like main series Pokemon console game, but like the Switch sort of borders being a handheld anyway. Like that was kind of its whole like marketing thing, you know? So I don't see why they would, you know, just sort of fuck themselves like that, basically. I mean, I know it's hip nowadays for video game companies to just, you know, commit suicide via business, but I don't know. I like to have faith. I like to hope that they will make the right choice, do the right thing. And, you know, I can understand like maybe at the initial release of the game, like you don't allow transfers just so like people have to, you know, actually explore the different Pokemon and stuff, and like, you know, form an opinion about them, because a lot of people make, you know, the same party, the same Pokemon, and you know, that's their prerogative, you know, whatever. But I don't know, I think it's just a nice little thing. Nice little incentive for people to accept the challenge, step out of their comfort zone. Try new things, you know? It's important. Like me, trying my hand at drawing. Why is it this shape just escapes me? It's simple, but I just can't do it. Ugh. Alright, it's good enough. Then we got his big chompy chomp mouth, you know. Rawr. Little chompy boy. Yeah, he's got the little smile at the end. Very cute, very cute. Okay. Now, I want to try something. Yeah, there we go. Change the opacity to, you know, low, so then when I'm tracing over it, I will not need to do the whole color swap thingy. And I have tried to keep up with drawing, you know, in my free time, not just during Video Gums episodes. So, you know, I get some more practice in off screen. Because drawing once a week for like, you know, half an hour to an hour is not exactly the best way to get better at something. Here we go. I'm gonna get the eyes right. It's like up, top, and then down to the side. Yeah, I think that's better. Trace it up, nice and good. There we go. Little zigzag mouth. Oh, whoops. Here we go. So for those who were unaware, the Trapinch evolutionary line is actually based on an insect known as the antlion. So in their larval stages, maybe pupa. No, I'm pretty sure it's larva. They bury these little, or they dig these little sinkholes in the sand. And it's actually really fascinating because they do it with such precision that it's like a little cone, and if even the slightest disturbance happens to the sands in the little cone, it all just sort of cascades downwards, carrying, prey with it. So they will just lie there with their big old chompers open at the bottom of their little sand cones, and when an ant walks across it, the sand carries them down and, chomp. So it's very cool. A lot of ingenuity in the insect world between antlions and, honeybees. Just a lot of really cool construction in a world that's oft overlooked. But yeah, after the antlions mature, they grow wings, and then they leave the sand and they fly about, in search of mates and stuff. So, fuck. So that explains, trapinch growing wings with vibrava, and then it eventually becomes Flygon, which I think is more the magical aspect to Pokemon. But I've always thought that the trapinch line should be part bug. Like, it's bug ground when it's a trapinch, and maybe when it's a vibrava, and then when it's Flygon, I think it should get like bug dragon, because I get that it's supposed to be a dragon, but like, it should be a bug. And a lot of people argue like, oh, well, its whole thing is supposed to be like, sandstorm stuff. But if a Pokemon has an ability like Sandveil or Sandstream or whatever, even if they're a type that would normally get damaged during a sandstorm, they do not take sandstorm damage. For example, Stoutland. Stoutland is a normal type Pokemon, but one of its abilities is Sand Rush. So if it has Sand Rush, it doesn't get damaged in a sandstorm. Otherwise, it would normally be damaged. That's a mechanic not many people know. It would definitely still allow Flygon to have that desert sandstormy type theme while also being a part dragon part bug instead of part ground. Still keep the dragon, because it is supposed to be like a sort of mythical type creature, and you know, I get it's also like a bit of a pun on the name, because antlions are fairly closely related to dragonflies, if I recall, and they do share a similar appearance. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fix up his little mouth there. Zoom in nice and close. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see how we did. Bonk. Hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna whoop. Still delete layer 1. And now, I want to try something here. If I take this and then I paste it in there, and then I boop, and then undo. Yeah, it still keeps the color. So that's nice. Little bonk bonk. Boop beep. And then just wait for that. Wait for this. Black for the little eye thing. I can't remember what it's called. And there we go. You know, there's our Trapinch. I mean, obviously, you know, not as good as the original artwork, and it's a sort of simpler design, but, you know, I like him. He's cute. He's a cute little boy. And I'm starting to get the hang of things, I think. So, yeah. Why don't we just give it our little signature. All art needs to have its artist's signature. There we go. Alright. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And tune in next time where we draw something else. I'll see you then.